star of that second S&D is going to be Tommy.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, full credit to Felony, at least early on, getting the first bloods, and it felt like he kind of played a role that's comfortable to himself, just playing hyper-aggressive, just going for those early kills. The problem for Spice was, though, just, you know, a lot of rounds that they could have clutched up, they didn't early on. But then, yeah, Tommy, he just completely turns up with a sniper. I think he had, what, like maybe 8 kills with it and maybe 10 shots total. Like, he only missed 1 or 2 shots. He was on point pretty much the entire time. So, yeah, again, there's maybe some small faults early on for the first 3 rounds they lost. But for to come back and just win 6 in a row, like, that's a massive turnaround. That's what you like to see as well, because obviously Spice, it's not good. They don't have Jerd, but every single map is going to matter. And to even get 2 maps off of V United, like, obviously, you want the win, but I would take that, honestly, because, again, if it comes down to those tiebreaker scenarios when you're trying to get to those Final Four for playoffs, like, getting 2 against a tough team like that, I'd be comfortable with it at least.
They have to stay alive before Jerd gets back. They don't have the luxury of being like, okay, we can just show up, and when Jerd comes, he'll save our lives. That's not going to be how it plays out. But the team that we haven't gotten to talk very much about, and I want to do this as we shift into game number 3, Phil, is E United. We haven't really gotten to talk about how they performed.
Yeah, and honestly, going into this game, I kind of wrote Splice off a little bit. I kind of said that United should come out on 3-0 here. The Search and Destroy, yes, it was turned around, but I think just overall, when I watch the Twins play individually, not individually, sorry, the Twins play together, it's that energy that you get very rarely in a team. And, you know, when they're kind of going round all on the same page, it is great to see. I do want to go away from E United. I know obviously you were kind of talking about them. Splice, and again, Fellow in particular, kind of, he fit into this role in the CTF, and this is where I think he started to find his feet, almost start to kind of find the gaps that he needed to fill, and he seemed a little bit more comfortable. But E United, again, they've got the chemistry, they've got the history. Splice having to pick up, it does hinder them, and you know, I look forward to hopefully, you know, the next time that these kind of match up, whether it be in a couple of weeks, I believe, and Jerd is here.
Yeah, it's worth pointing out as well. Something United did a fantastic job of is early on, they get the streaks and they recognize pretty quickly, all right, every person for Splice, they've switched to Mountain. So what do you do when the other team has Mountain? You pull out stuns because they don't have armor anymore, and it guarantees to slow them down. So they make that adjustment instantly. I think the stuns had at least a slight impact. But then later on, the nades. The amount of nade kills that E United got on Splice is absolutely insane. And, like, you can't afford to have that happen if you're Splice. Like, you got to at least have Hunker on. Like, players running around with, like, Airborne and Inconspicuous or whatever it was, or Primed even. Like, you can't afford to have those basic training on because your life is incredibly important. You die, that's 7.5 seconds. You're not on the map. Then you got to spawn out, worry about overextension, stuff like that. But it was, what, at least 7 or 8 nade kills that we saw against Splice. Overall, to play it close, impressive with the pickup, but still just little adjustments like that I think they could have done a better job on. And, of course, great job on E United just to be able to capitalize.
Yeah, now let's shift our attention over to the next map in the series. Phil, in this hard point, what was the story?
Again, I think individual standout moments and standout players. Tommy, for me, really kind of took the game by the scruff of its neck. Again, I do think...
Dude, that guy is just sitting.
With Fellow being in the team, Fellow didn't have a particularly good or bad map, but I can see, obviously, knowing Splice and knowing the players individually, they're changing their play style, and it's working at times, and then there's moments where I'm going, you know, if Jerd was there, what would happen here? But I will say, Tommy, with the AR in hand, he seemed to be commanding. I was kind of getting a little bit closer to the players and listening. He was the one kind of directing the play. He was the one kind of feeding off of the energy and the hype and knowing that this can go to a Game 5. Big turnaround as well for United, because for Splice, United were leading this, you know, 100 to 50, and Splice kind of switched it around instantly. Again, big credit to Tommy.
And if I'm Splice, though, I'm incredibly happy with that map. Because that first hard point, it's like, okay, like we can point the finger at Felony. The scoreline just looked back, going 11-27. But for them to bounce back, not only as a team, but even Felony individually is pretty massive. Because like we saw, Felony picked up streaks, had a Jerd-like performance, you'd almost say, going decently positive, time in the hill. Like he filled in his role very well. It obviously helps that it was Tommy going off the entire time. But even Bance, like towards the end, started picking things up. Like Spice bounced back in the hard point, played well as a team, and even their pickup had a nice performance. So that's a confidence boost for me if I'm Splice. Like, just throw away that first St. Marie Dumont hard point and say, look, we are capable of doing this. If we can hang with the United, there's a lot of teams here we can beat, even without Jerd. So, again, after map 4, I would be very happy if I was Splice.
I would definitely agree with that. All of a sudden, it seems like Fellow's starting to figure out how exactly he needs to play, but all of that brings us the distance. We make it to a game number 5 inside of this series. All of a sudden, though, this is just the EU.
Does he kind of come back? I felt I will say pick with Felon. You know, like such an intro player. So he's 47 gamers. You know he's fantastic individually. I think the guy will help them. Not just remember, he will push other teams to limit in this, and he's particularly good performance on both sides.
But also, just to build on that was when you saw Fellow come alive. All of a sudden, he gets into that S&D. He's in his element, and he starts to play really well. So, Splice in the coming weeks, or sorry, in the coming days, with Fellow there instead of your performing well, but we're not done yet. 10 o'clock is going to be Luminosity versus Evil Geniuses. That is our next match, not at 10 o'clock. There have been a lot of game times. I have no idea what time it is. It's probably very, very late.
It's half 10.
Half 10.
Okay.
It's 10. Don't worry.
That is 10.
That's 10. Okay, sorry.
All right, cool. So,
okay.
Luminosity versus Evil Geniuses. I feel like Evil Geniuses know they had a hard-fought match against a team that we didn't expect to be that difficult opponent.
They're going statistically, statistically against from the worst team in Division B to the best, and they win around 11 game 5. Coming into this one, you've got to expect LG to come in, blow it out the park, and if they can secure a 3-0, LG very, very happy. They'll go home today, 2 wins under their belt, 6 maps. Job well done, and pat on the back for these guys. I expect LG to come in and win this. Do I see it in a 3-0? Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, I think the other thing to note was LG even said they were still getting a little bit hot. You've heard a lot of our predictions. We wanted to hear what you guys were thinking on the Twitter sphere. So we asked you guys who you thought would be able to top Division B using the hashtag CWL PS4. And this first one from I'm Zombies. I've seen I'm Zombies on Twitter before. United, I feel as they outclass everyone in their division besides LG. However, during their matches versus LG, I know they will bring the fire and energy to beat them. I'm on board with a lot of that tweet. I think that one of the craziest things about United for me is how well they really do play against some of the best teams.
It seems like every team they play against, it goes to a game 5. Like they've gone to game 5 with TK on 2 separate occasions. So even against Splice with the pickup, like they go to game 5. So it just seems to be the lay of the land for them. I think even the balance from Dallas to New Orleans, like I think Dallas was their hard point. That was great. Their S&D was kind of lackluster, but then they flip-flopped as well going to the next event. So they find themselves in a situation where the 2 game modes, where there's 2 games in a series, one of them they're going to have a rough experience with. So that leads you to game 5s consistently. Either way, though, it's a perfectly respectable answer coming from the guy. He seems like a United fan as well. So he said, I know LG is there, but they're going to bring the fire. So again, acknowledge the dominance that LG might bring. It says United can pull it off. So I'm with them. Like, why not?
You got to kind of be respectful of that. But hashtag CWL PS4. What else do we got? This one is from I'm Paralyzed X. Looking at the first few matches, LG is looking nasty. I think the boys in blue could cause a big ruckus here today. And so,
is that your second account, Rich?
This is just me. At Octane. Wow, you are so good. At Octane. Please notice me, Senpai. No, but I think that this is a pretty understandable tweet as well. In there from I'm Paralyzed X.
I'm tired of hearing about Octane, man. Do not get me wrong. He is a fantastic player. He will always be in the argument for one of the best AR players in the game.
I'm going to cut you off. You got to get used to it.
No, that's the point. We're always used to it. But my point is, LG, the rest of the players have actually stepped up quite a bit. Like, John has been a monster in this game. And again, especially credit to JCap as well. Like, he has had a pretty large turnaround from jetpacks to boots on the ground. So, again, I'm not saying Octane does not deserve credit. Absolutely, he's an amazing player.
Oh my God.
Okay,
I think it's just become the norm that he's so consistent, so good. Yeah, it can be a little bit tedious sometimes being a player against him. I can imagine it being very, very annoying. But Octane, great.
Haircut still shredding. I think that's the most important.
We get it, Rich.
But
got a soft spot
I also do want to say if I had to pick an MVP right now from their you don't even know what I'm going to say. It would be John. It would be John right now. Okay, Luminosity out of the first match. But Evil Geniuses they're going to put up a fight here. First, let's look at this veto process. Chance, anything catch in your eye?
I'm trying to say LG is nasty at force, but I think it's for search and destroying CTF. So letting it go through, I don't think is a huge deal for Hardpoint. Obviously, the problem in and of itself is that LG is going to be great at every single Hardpoint map that there is. So it's going to be a difficult road for EG, pretty much no matter what the pick and bans are for Hardpoint at least.
Yeah, definitely. And is there anything, Phil, that you are looking for EG to try to do on the search maps?
Individually, no, I'm not looking for a certain strategy. I'm not looking for them to kind of pick holes. For them on Search and Destroy, I think it's make good use of their streaks. We saw them previously when EG came up against Epsilon. The streaks were difficult to use. They did get them, but it was on the dock. So if we're seeing some different maps, I want to see the same streaks. I want to see the same consistency from the likes of Aches. But I want him to capitalize on the streaks.
When you talk about streaks, they played streaks in a very interesting way. I feel like there was so much chance that they were doing to actually work towards Aches getting streaks in the last series that we saw them play.
Yeah, EG did a fantastic job of earning the streaks. The problem for them was getting good utilization after the fact. It wasn't like an era situation where they're just wasting them. It's just they didn't quite capitalize on the opportunities they had, even when they're getting kills with the streaks. So not awful usage, but definitely could be better. We'll say Force got through for both CTF and Search and Destroy. Unilat actually had the exact same thing. Now, one problem for that is that LG is very good at both of those maps. I think in New Orleans they were like 7-2 on CTF Force, and I think they were 4-1 for Search and Destroy. But at the same time, both those maps getting through, Unilat has played them on both, so potentially EG can kind of game plan a little bit for that.
Yeah,
hey, we'll see.
That was actually something that Nameless was saying when we were in the back watching a few of the other matches. Talking about how difficult today is. It's one of the hardest days, not only because they have two teams to play against. So some of the preparation, your attention has to be split a little bit. Now after tonight, they find themselves in a position where they're only going to be playing one team, so they can just prepare for that one team. So they already alluded to the fact that today is just so important for them.
Yeah, I don't know, though. Just trying to think of pick and bands. Like, again, EG might be able to strategize for it, but the problem for me is I just think those are some of LG's best maps. So I think they don't have to play Gibraltar, which is good for EG. But other than that, like, I have to imagine this is just going to go that way.
At the end of the day, any hard point that comes up, I'm favouring LG. Any CTL, it's very much in favour of LG, and it's not bias, it's just the facts and the figures of how it goes down. The one thing that I will say is EG are right in saying that it's a very hard day. Not only have they got two games, but they've got to plan up against potentially the best team in the division. The important thing is EG don't have in the back of the mind, oh, we just lost to Epsilon. They have in the back of the mind, at least we just beat Epsilon. They've got that confidence, even though it's a round 11, even though it was a game 5. At least they.
That's also one of the things that's so impressive about EG. I feel like they always do find a way to maintain that confidence, and they are going to need it. They're going up against one of the hardest teams in Division B, LG. We're going to have to see if EG can find the upset after this quick break.
I need to say two things that won't make sense to you. First,
We already defused the other one. I don't care. You know how long it takes to defuse that shit? No, don't defuse it. It's fine. Look how much time we got the other one. Who cares? It doesn't matter. It's fine. Now defuse. Oh, I already got V2, babe. I didn't even notice. What the fuck? I didn't even notice I had. There to fuse it. Here, I'll use my flutter pipe. Fuck, I didn't even use my flutter pipe.
It's our final match of day one of Division B, and today, like we thought, Jack, has been a lot of close matches, a lot of long matches, and I think it's already shown just how tight this division is.
Yeah, let me know in the chat right now. How long have you been watching for today?
Oh,
You've been here since
that
the
shit.
beginning. Have you been watching since Hot Mike? If you have been, the real MVP. We've
No,
obviously loved
they
the
did.
action here from the arena. Shout out to the
Why
production
does it
staff
say
and
that?
everyone
This kind of
these days.
I
Again,
get chosen
they started at 3:30 with Hot Mike, 15 Hot Mike.
Yeah.
It's pushing towards 11 now at the start of our final match. So again, shout out to everyone behind the scenes. Again, we just yell out video games and act like children, but that's why we get paid for it. So that's our job. But either way, we're getting our final match of the night. Evil Geniuses versus Luminosity Gaming. EG, that close series earlier, literally went down to the final kill. LG, on the other hand, they look good in the respawns that they played earlier on to win their series 3-1.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. That Epsilon played well and all, but if EG plays like they did in that series, I think Luminosity smokes them.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
And remember, these are the two teams that play twice today. So this is big for both sides. Just getting that 2-0 start would be huge for either side. And yeah, I mean, you got a heavily favorite Luminosity, but anything possible here, pal.
Well, let's follow Eggs. The man dropped 15 kills in Game 5 to help EG secure that series win. He's got the FG42 for inside fire as he challenges JCap. The history of these two players absolutely absurd. But right off the bat, kills mainly in favor of LG. But when you look at these lineups, obviously, the longtime teammate JCap and John on the opposite side of Luminosity.
Dude, I was around the corner.
It's fun to finally watch him face off.
It absolutely is. EG withstand just the power of this Luminosity roster. We know how devastating it can be. And so far, they're still looking at the first tick with the open hard point. The good thing for them, though, getting it set up in the back was enable. He's got his teammates spawn there at the bottom of any map. Here comes the push. He's going to be on John. He's got one more teammate with him. John peels enable, and that's going to make things very, very scary very quickly. Name's at least able to get away with safety to his life, but John is just holding forward there, allowing Slack to get to a position here with the FG42. He's got some support coming from JCap from behind as well, and hitting mid-cut of the octane.
And then it was players we can challenge their way. JCap, unfortunately, can't finish off either player, but thankfully he's got Slack as well as John with the two-piece in all map. 49-2. This is the power of LG right here, mate. 3 players at double positive. Obviously, Jake a more quiet start, but he's already got 30 seconds in the hard point.
And I'll tell you what, if you were scared you were going to get trapped there from EG for a moment, enable has a big
shit.
3-piece, really goes 4, one being his teammate to try to at least bust out a call. His 3-piece answered by 3 headshots from Octane. Equalizes it there, and yeah, it's still EG looking for their third point in this one. JCap, though, getting set back up inside. There's one more right outside of lights to win that one-on-one, and this is just a stellar opening to London Dock Luminosity Gaming.
Look already where LG is. Their next player, Octane's in the new hard point. Even if they give up these 10 seconds of scrap time,
They're
it's all just fun.
No, they're
At
playing.
the dock,
They're
still
real
scenario for LG here. If there's a silver lining off the break in this
I
game,
say hey, let
maybe
them play
for
it.
me,
Let
it's
them
got to
play
be
it.
that 0
They're going
from
overtime. I'm
LG.
trying to get it double up.
About
That's one thing. You can take a little bit of a hope there. If you're an EG fan right now, everything
Oh,
else,
I
though,
fucking died.
going against you. Slack ops down low. That about to say he's going to have Enable to deal with shortly, but a teammate comes in. Enable is going to get taken out.
Oh my God.
Broken in for a second or two, but right back into contest is Luminosity.
And
Little planted.
kills after, so double team kill by EG. Make it go from what, a 3v1 to a 1v1 for the control of the hard point. 83 to 12 the score.
Yeah, Brett.
On John.
That was nasty. I got
Looks like LG will give one final push. Now everyone, all the arrows will begin to flood here towards this near hard point.
John tries to get a nice timing to the back, but Apathy already ready and waiting for him.
How do I
Slack
record
tagged up, was trying to play his life. J-Cap will follow up
before the game's over?
rear here and Shield to pick up Nameless in a
Once you
moment.
got, like,
Octi
a
actually
capture
finds him
thing.
first. And now another hard point. LG is in first and looking to rack up more time. This has been as ugly a first set of 4 hard points that you could have for EG.
I mean, every player we stop to is getting killed 82. Paradox is just
I
switch perspectives, and every time he goes to the next one, already pre-aiming where the next player is going to move to from EG. Octane with another kill. J-Cap now in the middle map. You see Egg still on top of those boxes. J-Cap is playing his life. There's the challenge. He doesn't get it. He bought his team more time. It is 127 to 12 people. EG are getting smoked.
EG needs a 5th man right now. They have a coach or a manager that can Towie here, hand a controller to, let him hop in this, because wow, just a blowout right now from LG. I mean, if EG doesn't put up a big stand at Crane, this might be one of just the most lopsided first set of rotations we've seen on a hard point.
It's going to be the setup right here. How long can they lock it down for? They've got every player in the position they want. J-Cap the first push forward. J-Cap gets the kill. You can see LG with positioning at the lower dock side is going to flood from the players of EG. But it looks like Slack 2. John with one name was the last one here. He at least buys his team time.
Exactly. He gets that kill, make sure Luminosities are racking up more time and allows his reinforcements to come in. But the flurry of nades coming over the top from Luminosity will pick him off. Now spawning out. Yep, it's just going to be enable here, enable to stop. And yeah, again, the steamroll from LG. They're going to rack up the remaining time here, and you're going to be looking at what?
180, 78 to 20. You all right?
I'm just trying to think of it. What was the worst loss from Division A? I think it was that Rise Nation red game that stands out. Was like 2 feet to 48 that game. This is at risk of being as bad, if not worse.
Okay, 17 and 6. Almost 100 seconds in the hard point alone. Man is just in such control because his SMGs are just sprinting around him, winning nearly every gunfight. There's a challenge from Slack. 2 kills now with a fish. Everyone dead on EG. Another break. 178 to 27. This is one of the most one-sided hard points cast in Call of Duty World War II.
Oh, LG looking to keep it going. Apathy drops in the back. So now you've got fire control and docks control for Luminosity. There was a spawn bottom right from Nameless with 30 seconds remaining here. I don't know how crucial will prove in the scheme of things for the next hard point, but got the 7 point EG got to start off the match the second time through. Those points have come together in a row.
Now the kills for control of the back bars go in favor of LG. This is just
Dude, every fucking time.
zip past EG's head time. It's past something.
J-Cap comes in for mid-cut. He's able to get up the kills before dropping. Now spawning out, at least out of hits. It's going to be Luminosity. They've got to try and bully their way through the backside. Let's try to do everything he can to shut him down. He does get one headshot before being sprayed out. Breaking the 30-point mark is evil geniuses. Unfortunately for them, Luminosity has cracked that 200-point mark.
Yeah, 50 points off.
Dude, these fucking nades.
Challenge streaks earned for him. 21 and 20. Only put positive on ED. Put in perspective just how much they're struggling. Most time from a player on Evil Geniuses is 21 seconds from Enable. On the side of LG, it's a minute 40 knocking.
All right. 50-point club on. They're going to get the remaining seconds here as well. But Luminosity set up in docks, and they're going to look to close it out there. They had a perfect transition from docks and beer the last time through. So you think we're going to see more than a hard point or two. And that could be better.
That just kind of sums up the communication for AG time in this hard point.
Picks off a team that's at least the 3rd team kill that we've seen here from them. Contesting inside will be Ace. Trying to make plays and get away with the left stack. Pushing right now. Ace takes one step back, and he's going to get there. Made cold water awake this G.
Yeah, as now a 2 for 69. Contest coming in. Slack immediately getting aggressive towards lower docks. There's the kill.
LG can't run off this hard point, but they're pretty darn close. Maybe they can lock down the rest of the time.
Yeah, this should vary here. The game's been over since a couple minutes into it. This is just a map where it's so hard to string together perfect holes, especially when you get bamboozled throughout the course of it. They do break back in
Just
EG.
get
They'll get 15 or so seconds here. 2 players in the spot for Luminosity, so a bit of a split spawn.
Yeah,
Have to look to set up
yeah,
beer
come
control.
fuck, how'd I die?
I thought it might in the beer, maybe not, due to some gutty play from Evil Geniuses over the last 60 to 90 seconds.
They've at least brought themselves some respect in this game, you know. It's no longer 225, it's 217 to 83. Obviously, they want to score as many points as possible. They've at least shown in the second rotation of Hills. LG in control right now. EG are opening on the lower beer side, but it looks like LG has snipped that out. One final player might have a chance to contest. That's Nasus. Pushing towards 8.
Mid.
The third pilot actually could help as well on the retake opportunity for EG.
If you keep
one
random
J-Caps.
people,
You've actually had streaks for Enable and somehow in this game.
No one
Offset
except
has been just 2 points needed.
no
Final
one
player
wants
traded out. EG has gotten inside. Are we going to see another hard point? We are not. Luminosity. We want a hell of a performance to kick off this best of 5. EG better wake up quickly, or you're looking at a very fast 3-0 series.
Yeah, and this was the triple headshot from Octane. 1, 2, and 3 onto Enable. Pinpoint accuracy there is why he's one of the best assault rifle players in recent years in competitive Call of Duty. Really, what's kind of funny with Octane is his rise to stardom began kind of with the beginning of CWL 3 years ago. Once the CWL was established, you know, he had just started to make a name for himself and then really rose to being one of the best players in the world since the beginning of Call of Duty World League, and he continues to show it there. That's LG Strike First.
First is a nice way of putting it. Just completely crushed.
Oh, you just look at the
But
stuff.
you know, we've seen teams rebound from worse losses than that over the course of a best of 5. So EG absolutely not out of it. They went to 2 round 11s against Epsilon.
They lost. Their one hard point that was like a 90-point difference. The other hard point that they lost was a 10-second difference. So either way, it's kind of what was for LG, in my opinion. That's how good that team is in hard point. It's why many people have them as the #1 group in Division B. And again, I think the only way you could have made Division A really scarier was if somehow LG fit in the puzzle there. All smiles from JCap as his favorite football team just won World Series.
He's been a good week. The World Series.
I'm just kidding, guys. I watch sports enough, but great stuff for him in the NBA championship there as JCap. Looking good.
I think a tale of that series, that map 1, you saw all smiles from JCap, and then you saw Ace just like basically, I don't know what words he was saying, but it probably was like, guys, what the hell was that?
Yeah, I don't know how many kills Ace got in hard point, but it was probably less than he got in the search and destroy against Epsilon in Game 5.
I picked it up towards the end. Actually, I don't think the slaying differential was that great.
I do normally keep track. For score lines like that, typically it's absurd. But as you can tell by only the couple streaks earned by LG, it was really just better overall teamwork and
Come on, right?
Because remember, in this game, once you get set up, you get maybe a chance to break, and then you got to rotate.
Well, they had pretty much, they went to rotation about on most hard points. The ones they didn't, they broke through EG's defenses with relative ease. But now it's going to be 3 hard and 4 in a row if necessary. I don't know if we'll get to that game 4 if you base it off of the game 1. But Patrick Price, there on your screen, Ace, stellar in the searches. 15 in the second, like you mentioned, but even in game 2, I believe he had 11 or 12. So he had a really, really strong performance there. And, yeah, we need every ounce of that here.
I remember when this LG team was kind of, there's whispers of it. We were out in Gamescom in Germany, and we had originally heard from JCap exactly kind of what was going down. And from the second I heard this team, I was like, oh, they're going to contend. They're going to absolutely be that squad. It's been awesome to see, though, kind of them build and continue to improve. And again, for me, honestly, if I had to pick one team to finish #1 in Division B at the end of these 2 weeks, it would be LG without a doubt in my mind.
It feels like they have pieces. What I liked when they came together. They have a slate-heavy, AR and sub, and so skill-wise, Octane and John are so good, more objective-focused, and kind of slacked and JCap. They have veterans. They have young talent. They seem to have everything And they are definitely going to be in contention for top team in the world throughout the course of the year. But here we go, offense first for LG. It's 3 heading up through mid-map, 1 in Bell. And John gets to you with absolutely nothing touching him, no stun, no nade. He cruise controls into you and gets 2 easy kills.
JK checks close corner. Oh, melts the FG. There's a challenge in middle map. But we'll get out with his life for a moment. But yeah, I'm wondering if LG watched any of EG's earlier on this map. Are they going to be prepared for some of these smoke strategies near A?
That is the easiest I've ever seen someone spread up mid-map and get into you. Like, John just skipped his way in.
Well, I know that there was at least one player who was stunned on the side of LG. I'm not sure if that hit the members of EG, slowed them down for a moment. There is a couple stun spots there that if they aren't wearing armor, can absolutely ruin a push towards that B site. But I get what you're saying.
Usually he gets hit with something.
Yeah, John had no issue getting towards that site.
Bit different of a split here from EG. 1 in bunker, 2 up for mid, and 1 sitting Bell with Tom right now. JCap trying to play an off angle, but he's going to get cut down there as he's prone mid-map. First blood goes to EG, and they're in control of the round.
Well, you know, maybe the reason why you don't see many people do that in the middle, and it's because of reasons like that.
I call it an angle because I've never seen anyone play there.
You know what? It's not smart. ELG, this is way too more gunfights. Forced into 1v3 and Black being pushed by everyone. Yeah, he quickly cleaned up EG on the board.
All right, EG answered there with a nice win. Things start nicely with the first blood mid-map, but even John responds quickly with a snipe. 1 by 1, the LG members will fall. Big round for EG after a quick and ugly loss, kind of in the first round.
Quick and ugly loss, indeed. We'll see if John can shut the map as easy this time around. Something tells me that won't happen. As yeah, it looks like they'll just go for an all-out assault towards the site. The sunshine coming by quickly. Does Apathy get into the middle? He does his first kill. A quick trade, and already it's a 2 versus 2 in just 13. Or no, sorry, 3 versus 1 in the first 13 seconds.
Yeah, Octane.
Was there a team kill?
Yes, Octane had a team kill.
That makes sense.
Giving himself a chance here, though. So much time on the clock. And he has bomb in him. This is absolutely doable. But Nameless makes him to push up. He's tagged with a grenade. Nameless going to be the edge. And that's not the guy you want to die to, so leave that 4 in a row.
Nameless showing up now at Search and Destroy. Here, from his perspective, gets the call for makes it. He's 1 shot. Doesn't get much easier than that. The awkward team kill costs LG the start of the round, and now they'll be down in this map by 1, but absolutely easy to come back to. Again, the big thing you pointed out, lock out for Nameless enemy streaks. 4 kills in a row. Plants his bomb, gets 1 more kill. He'll earn himself 2 streaks.
The rest of his team going mid. He'll get himself inside bunker. Just looking for this opening right now is Evil Geniuses. Smoked off is John inside of you, so can't really help towards fire cut at the moment, but Apathy has moved his way up. Nameless does get dropped. It's a headshot from JCap. It's going to make sure there's no streaks and everybody falls. Apathy pushed all the way through, so he's going to give himself a chance there. So he'll turn this into a 1 versus 2.
How much time he has as well. He can play some 9 games with EG. Sorry, with LG.
And he's in a position on the Octane. He was sort of, even though he was top ruins, not a great spot to kind of back up or get where you've got a little bit more to play with right now if you're Apathy. And the time, again, crucial here.
It's funny to watch John and Apathy going at it, the once prominent SMG duo on that championship NV team. Now going at it, Apathy inching on up as you can see the Copcaster X-Ray.
He's hoping somebody maybe over pigs. He's going to not push the edge. That is not a gunfight you're going to win against an FG.
Even with a couple missed shots there. So to get from Octane's perspective.
Had a chance to win that. He did miss quite a few, but yeah. Still not an easy gunfight for a PBSH or somebody pre-ender on you to hit the corner.
Now, again, wondering what we see from EG on offense the next time around. Do they begin to bring out smokes? LG so far on offense has just kind of been push aside, hit it, and hit it fast. Stunned automatically. Being thrown out right away. I think they saw these players cross middle.
Yeah, they've got Octane putting in fire from bunker, and then they hit in through that cabin alley as John drops. Things slow down a little bit for Luminosity. It's going to be a 2-on-2 here at A. Make it a 2-on-1 as Slack finds a kill. They just need to push Ace out of the site. There's one more here. Ace is just tucked into a corner. He should be dead in a matter of moments. He gets spotted. Ace would not have even gotten that kill. I don't know, it was like awkward movement there from Octane that he didn't get in. He loses a teammate. They still have a 2v1 advantage, but that should have dropped the brakes and got a kill.
As we noted, Nameless doesn't in those streaks in the last round, and there's the final kill. LG now up 3-2.
Fucking nade, dude. Fuck you.
All right. One may have been a little bit scarier. Doesn't end up mattering. Final kill here from JCap. And now we'll see. You're asking if we see it different from EV. Maybe with some smokes here on offense. Let's see if they mix things up a little bit. Shot there, the LG boys have now taken control of game 2.
Here's the question now for me. What do we see from Evil Geniuses? Off the break of this round 3, surging towards middle map. They want these nades to hit. Smoke coming into play as well. This round's going to go quick. Happening with first blood, a quick trade from JCap with 2. And he's actually challenging the third middle map as well. John has given up this outside field lane. That's going to be a rude awakening for JCap. He's about to be shot in the back and going, hello? How did that just happen?
John.
And Ace is going to go, hello? How did that just happen?
the fact he pushed through cost him a little bit, but didn't end up mattering. It's he will get the kill in and make it a 2v1. Nameless in a 1v2 again. Last time he was cut down pretty much immediately. Bomb is down mid-map. From the position of Luminosity, I don't believe they realize Bomb is sitting there at mid. This is going to be a timing scenario. Nameless and Octane snaps back, looks mid, perfect for him to get set up. And there's another round win for Luminosity game.
Brilliant job by JCap at middle map to start that round to not only trade the first kill, but also cut down the second when he hit by nades, a stun flying in, a smoke grenade cutting off some of the state line to keep his composure to still hit the shots. Brilliant work by him. Gives his team the chance to win the round.
Still got to that barrel. It still had some cover. These two players kind of free up there in mid with nothing to really work with cover-wise. Stuns, nade is going to be over. Bell hits one that will have armor. It's likely an enable in the back. Apathy gets the first blood. Apathy gets the second kill as well. Apathy doing what he can, but there's still too much pressure here from John and JCap as they just soar through. Wow, John!
Look at that. I don't think they know what just happened.
What did John just do?
He just has to let go sprint. He did his best TJ Haley impression.
Wow. What a play from John. Remember that started with 2 kills from Apathy.
Yeah. John just, once he got to top ruins, he saw him soar. He just flew off that. And I know that even the Aches was like left triggered and ready to go because of how fast John played that. LG, just like that, on the verge of being up 2-0. That's a perfect nade, too. That's a perfect nade.
Nameless does somehow get across and pick up JCap because Slack was not able to finish. Nameless is going huge here. He will finally drop, but the fact he actually got a third there with the nade.
Nameless. What was that, my friend?
John with a crazy round. Nameless answers right back. John here is close to streaks. He's get away for a moment, somehow still up. And Nameless hasn't been able to finish him. He'd have to clutch this 1 versus 2 and get a fuse to pick up the streaks.
Yeah, and if he did that, the game would be over.
One of the only players we've seen not use the scope. Oh, yeah. I was looking at the...
Someone added it together when he did it with the scope!
I was just thinking about clutching this 1v2 for streaks. Maybe I should look at the rounds. Hey, it's over here. We got another one. He's dead now and can't get up.
I you started describing him like he's going to do it again. He's going to do it again.
I was distracted by John's crazy 3 kills and Nameless' 3 kills.
For people at home, obviously, maybe it's his 4th cap, so that, for 1, will make your brain crazy in a day. But 2, we as commentators, we have certain things you always have to highlight, make sure the viewer at home understands. One of them is obviously the score, the amount of people live, you know.
I had no idea they had 5 rounds, I'll be honest with you.
But the other thing is streaks. And when you added, you know, you went to the notes, you know, hey, streak is key here. It doesn't work out. Though. EG trying to mount this 5-2 comeback. There's Nameless with another.
Nameless has been huge in these past couple rounds. Octane quickly buys Lonesome. He is trapped. They're hunting for him now. Should know his position. Well, apparently he's not quite yet, but there he will fall. EG, they've had 2 round 11s today. Can we make it a 3rd?
Can we make it a 3rd is the question. And this one will be craziest of all. as we will see around. Oh, this be 10?
Classified.
Round 10?
Oh.
Yes.
If they don't ask me, I don't know what round it.
Well, let's see if they can get it done on offense now. Will they ever use these smokes to try to get a bomb plant? It looks like this will go towards the mid ruins. Last time they did this, it was like an all-out assault towards the A site. And there's no one at A from Luminosity. They've given it up. Oh, but Names peeks that so slowly and dies.
Takes it an able, doing their best to push this to round 11. JCap and Octane clutch up and close out this game too. You still got to get this bomb planted for apathy. Just under a minute to work with here. JCap has gotten to top ruins. This is your best case scenario for your Luminosity.
This is the standard kind of 2v2 S&D setup. One player watching mid in the A cross, one player watching B. JCap now makes it much more winnable round.
And Octane is going to have a gunfight mid here.
Oh, Tim dead. This has got a hell of a lot tougher.
Let's get one. I'm not sure where those players, he might get tagged up. He can get away in time. Should be dead. There you go. Round 11. The 33rd round for EG now.
It's wild. Every game they played is around 11. And this will be a 5-2 comeback. I just heard Jacob say, all right, let's go. We got to see if that communication works.
Using false.
Oh, boy.
Round 11. Here we go. EG on offense. No streaks to work with from either side. Two players on defense.
Oh, this is an all assault from EG. This is a set of strategy. They hit it towards B. The names come flying in. Octane go with 2 versus 2.
He did everything he can to give him a chance here. 2v4, just getting those 2 kills so crucial. Now they know the rotators are coming in. Both players, John and Jacob, in mid-map. They're looking for it. He's able to finish it, but it does get traded out. One-on-one, Eggs, the hero from Game 5 earlier today, the 3-piece to close it out. Round 11 now has a 1 versus 1. He'll be up against John.
John, this positioning so perfect. That's the kill. And gives LG the map victory. They won it. I can promise you they're happy they won, but they're also saying, why did we just have a 5 so we go down to a 1v1 in round 11?
Wow. That was a crazy map. That was a crazy coming from EG, but you got to feel like you needed that win if you're EG. You know if you're Pat, you needed that victory here. They don't get it, and now they're down 2-0, and now things are very scary for EG.
Now they have to face LG in what could be, for any chance back in the series, back-to-back respawns. That is never a scenario you want to find yourself in, especially when they're must-win maps to even get to another search and destroy. LG on the verge of a 2-0 day 1.
Yeah, LG has looked very, very strong, and they continue to do it here. It's late here for day 1, week 1 of Division B. Luminosity looking to tuck the viewers in early here with a 3-0, but it's not over yet. Price bounce back. It's got to happen to the CWL. We'll be right back.
Damn it, dude. Really see that.
Of getting swept here
Well,
in the first week. We've actually
he
had
doesn't
here to
say
kick off
cool
Division
thing.
B. We've had incredible series
I've
throughout.
never even heard the song.
But I don't know, man. That was
I've
their
never
chance
even
to
heard
search
the
and
song,
destroy in the
so
round
I
11
have
to
no
get a map
I was
victory
just
here
saying
over
that.
LG. Yep. You got to feel LG's got to be maybe it's too
He
strong.
actually does.
I don't even
He
care
actually
about the
doesn't
CTF
say
if you're
cool
LG.
thing.
Yes, you
Why
want to
do you
win
say
the
it like
3-0
that?
sweep. Don't get me wrong, I don't really mean it like that. But I mean, we've got another hard point to play. And if it's anything like the first hard point we played, if you missed that one, at one point I believe it was 200 to 27. It ends a little bit closer, like 250 to 83. But I just don't see Evil Geniuses beating LG on Arden Forest in either respawn, especially that game 4 if it goes there.
I think LG here just reminding people how good they are. Not that people forgot exactly, but we had Division A to kick things off. Everyone talking about Rise, TK, Optic, how good Red's gotten. We got 8 more teams in LG, the cream of the crop here in Division B. And they may be starting out 2-0 to kick off their journey over the next couple of weeks before they take a break. Division A comes back. And then Division B one more time. But again, everyone vying to try and get top 4 in their division to battle for a $500,000 playoff.
John already with 2 kills. What a series he's had so far. Just sprinting forward and continuing to shoot exceptionally well. 4 dead. This will be a flag pulled. Do either of them have armored? Oh, they're not even going to throw stunts. They're just going to overextend.
Slacked. He's going to have multiple players coming. He has JCap hitting mid as well, but all the gunfights go the way of EG. They're probably going to get the flag out here. The question is, can Octane go big at mid-map? No, he's going to drop. They run it right at him. They get the return. No, doesn't get the return.
Kill the fucking guy, Roy.
God, this reminds me so much of the map we casted earlier on. Who was it? Was it FaZe versus Envy?
Yeah, I believe so, where you had what looked like a 4-8 game. I think it was Envy before the face cover stuff. But yeah, they're very similar. Yeah, that's more. Wow! Clutching up is EG. Worst case scenario. 4 down, getting rolled. Okay, you got to be kidding.
How did John just do
You got
that?
to be kidding. And the flag's outside. The flag's outside. Enable has to pick up the kill
And he's
first.
stunned. He got 2.
What the hell is the opening minute 20 to this game? There's been 3 touches. And JCap, I don't think he realizes anywhere he can go. Okay, he's still up.
We just need to stop making assumptions.
He's by himself. He's finally going to drop. Okay, he got cleaned up. There's a return. Okay, now let's reset. The game just started.
Yeah. And welcome to Game 3 between LG and Evil Geniuses.
It's funny, you look at the minimap sometimes and you see 4 down, you're like, oh, they got this. There's no streaks, they're getting the score, but
No.
It's not always the case.
John did that. He got the 3-piece with a submachine gun. Here goes a pull opportunity.
Not
JCap using the STG.
We saw him do this, I believe, on a CTF earlier today, where I think it was during a listen-in. They were chatting, and he had the FG out, and he's like, I'm pulling out the STG. At one point he said, he started to pick things up a little bit.
Kind of like mind games with yourself. Halfway through the first half. And it is still 0-0. Aches with 2, though, might prompt his team to push forward and go for a pull. Nameless middle dead. Octane dead. JCap last alive to try to stop this push, and that hip fire kill onto Enable might have just saved the day.
Yeah, because he's going to actually play in the back now.
There's a counter pull.
Potentially. It's not hard to fight.
Yeah. Ball. I don't think Happy knows this. He could have just ran the run for flop there.
Happy's going to that play deep. You're gone. John's going to have one without. I'm sure it takes you to 4-2 player now. So Happy did a little bit to me with it. Obviously,
Wait, what
can't
did you
see
say?
everything we do. They pick him up.
I'm telling you,
returned.
Because Apathy earlier pulled back, they're not expecting Octane to be here. Thankfully, Enable hits the headshot to at least stop that flagpole. If that's a 1v1 gunfight win by Octane, I think that's a cap for LG. But then again, I've said that 7 times.
Yeah, I'm never going to say I think anything's a cap ever again after the opening moments of this. Slack's gotten through. There's a There's been a lot of flag touches for no scores, right? We've had a couple high-scoring games.
Naval again. A Naval wins 1v1 gunfight. That's stop the flag top.
He's 10-4 now. 3 streak, and look how close he is to picking up streaks as well. It'll be the first that we've seen in this map 3. And Naval at number 1 on the map, you see him at the top of the screen. Not involved in the action right now, but he's in a good position.
He's 16
well, a lot of EG's setup right now is developing the run side first, get it at front head, he's the right side after he's in, and once they do that, middle and the outside, the cabin lane will be the pitch on, and well, LG knows exactly that, or use from 3 routes to over the mapping.
And Naval's finally get pushed. Go, got backs away. The right time he stays from they're going to players. Can he win? They do no streak for him. And John Jacob, there's one player inside. It's going to be Apathy. Apathy wins 1. He wins a second as he steps back, and Aches grants him with a team kill there, and now the flag is out. Apathy's like, I'm doing everything I can, man.
Okay. I will not count this as a cap until it literally shows 1-0.
The stun does come in. Octane's okay because he's unarmored, but
These
Slack is
paratroopers,
not. So
God,
he gets
dude.
stunned. He will get dropped. Octane had too many angles to try and watch her. He was worried maybe he won't push out a bunker. He was worried about cabin cut. And it's another return.
Right there, I'm wondering if we know more than he does, but maybe you shoot your teammate there, grab the flag, and get it in the cabin, you know?
Yeah.
It was close no matter what.
It's true. But I feel like this is, and I have no stat for this whatsoever, but I think this is the most times I've seen like a flagpole get past like the halfway point and no scores have gone through at all. Like there have been a lot of clutch returns for either side.
Oh, this was the 3-piece. Oh my goodness, John.
That's one way to start.
Oh my goodness. Those were perfect shots through. Still tied up the countless flagpoles so far. Multiple that we thought would go in for, honestly, either team. Can we see the full scoreboard for a moment, if possible, to break this? Look at all the returns.
5 returns already for each.
Oh my gosh. 7 flagpoles on our den is already nuts. But to have a 0-0 score is even crazier.
I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure every Arden I've casted today has gone to overtime. So it's safe to assume statistically this will go.
Again, Maven fact.
Just watch it. It'll happen.
Oh, Enable not watching the right thing. John's worried to go for a flagpole. He has no idea they're spawning out. By the time he goes to pull it, yeah, he's dead to an aid by Aches.
Again, it's one of those situations where they can't see what we do, but still, you got to think with his positioning. Maybe he thought he had to be a little bit deeper there to spawn him out. But now, first time we're going to see streaks in this one. It's going to be Octane. I wonder if you pop this now. Yeah, pop this now. You've got the aggression here. This could be the big moment for Luminosity to get on the board. 1 kill comes in for the team. Able to pick up Enable as well. 2 have spawned in. Aches, though, doing his best to hold strong in the back. There's 2 more players here. Octane has fallen. John, though, gets 1. John gets the 2nd. This is the flagpole, but he's the last remaining member. He's got to strap on the tennis shoes and try to push this through ruins. 1 is wrapped back to try and flank him. 1 is then pushed up through fire cut.
Oh, and he's stunned.
John needs some help. John needs some help. This streak, not going to matter. It's not going to matter.
Too late. Another return. Does that count as going past the 50?
Yeah.
50 midway point?
Yeah. I mean, I just draw a line right down the middle. You see in you that little line there? That's my 50-yard line. That's another one got to cross.
They're back out.
That stat means nothing. But I still think it's crazy that just none of these have gotten in. Whoa.
Here comes the push now. LG. Try to develop from every single lane. Nameless with 2.
I'm going to take a
by
break from
himself. He's trying to do it again. He's weak. There's the pull. But on the other side of the map, look at Aches. He's already here.
Aches.
Oh my gosh.
Won't
Nope,
matter.
he's got armored.
He's got armored, and he's gotten back to a couple of his teammates.
And Octane already used his streaks from earlier on.
Both players have a bit of support here. Some of the support dropping now for Aches. They've got 2 down, but Nameless, the man's still here to make a play, and he wins 2 huge ones.
How?
Here's a stalemate.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's just crazy to think how many touches and still no score. 2.5 minutes to go, though. The winner of this, well, what am I going to say? I doubt either of these gets in. It's going to be like simultaneous returns for both sides.
Somehow. Octane trying to stay alive as he's the furthest pushed up. On the other side of the map, it's John getting close to an engagement with Apathy. Apathy gets the better of him there. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left. Oh my god.
Can we check Slack for 1 second? Because he's on 4 kills in a row. Okay, so
one kill. And I believe he'll get a streak. They know where every player is right now. They know Enable's in ice. Aches is kind of watching his back. Got him. Octane. John has one near him. They know this player's the furthest pushed up.
Apathy gets through. Jacob's got to get back and help. Wish he could like.
I think Slack got an assist for that. Can we go back to his Slack?
How close is he?
Yeah, now we will guaranteed, obviously, earn these streaks with 1 kill.
Those streaks,
his timing
could be very big. I was going to say the hip fire of the STG might be key there, but Nameless still wins it. Nameless, though, was weak and will drop quickly. Just over a minute to go here. Joe just came around the corner and started laughing because he was part of my overtimes as well. Every time, Joe, I see you.
1 minute. Enabled us holding his lanes. This is, I mean, this has to go to an OT.
Unless somehow slacked.
I'm just saying that because every time we've said that, it's been the opposite. I don't actually think that. But I'm just putting it into the universe because earlier we said, oh, this has to be a cap earlier. It never wound up happening.
Here we go. This is a chance. You've got 3 players.
Wow.
This is the chance. This is a big chance now.
1 player's left. It's Nameless. 1 does come off spawn. John just got to go for it. There it is. Flag cap, full streaks, 30 seconds left.
Wow. Luminosity clutched up.
What I do, though?
For the 3 yeah, thank you.
I said I'd put it in the universe.
EG fans aren't going to love it. But anyone with an early bedtime might.
15 seconds left. Slack's trying to play his life. Remember, he is the one with these streaks. 1 final opportunity. That's it. EG. Luminosity will finish Team 1 at a perfect 2-0 record. As they will 3-0 sweet Eagle Geniuses.
Expect. You look at the matchups today. Their favorites in both. They have what 6-1 map out here to kick things off.
Their favorite every single matchup they play this year.
Yeah. What was your biggest takeaway from today? They really stood out for you about any of the teams? Maybe Envy to kick things off?
Yeah, I think Envy is my biggest kind of surprise finishing today's matches with how good they look. Can they keep that up is the question for me. LG, though, this is my least surprising thing. Them going 2-0 is exactly how I expected. 1 map loss, not perfect, not overly dominant, but when it comes down to it, the most fundamentally sound team. They've got some of the best staying power, the great leadership. They're a well-rounded roster.
They are. That's the first thing that stuck when they came together from both of us. Very, very well-rounded. Like, have everything to just make a championship caliber team. You know, they're coming off a championship run, really. They fell a little bit short at New Orleans, but they seem to be picking up right where they left off. Great start to the league for them.
Well, that's it for us at the casting desk. Rich and the boys to close out the show.
Thanks, guys. First 3-0 of the day to close out the day as well, but very well fought overall for EG. Besides the hard work.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're all like, you know, it was a long day. I was like, we finished 6 minutes early with all the matches. I mean, we're right on time.
Second on schedule, that 3-0 LG is going to be able to make up some time. Also, the curse is broken for Maven. Finally, that match does not go to overtime when Maven is casting. But let's take an in-depth look at this matchup. Starting off with hard point.
Ask the question, do it.
What happened out loud? What was that? Chance actually tweeted out while we were in the group where he's like, I can't wait to analyze this match.
Okay, look, EG had 1 good hill the entire time. It was the second rotation over my sandbags. There's not much you can say. It was just a really bad map from EG and a really good map from LG. I wouldn't take anything too seriously from this map. I think it's just EG played terribly at the start. Started to pick things up towards the end, but it just, you forget about it, you go on to the next one. EG actually did a really good job of bouncing back as well, but like every single person, LG just had a fantastic game.
Yeah, there's one thing I took away from this series and the series earlier. She beat up London Dash Hardpoint against, you know, Luminosity. I mean, even the game earlier where they won by 150 points, nobody stood out. Here you had a bit more of a higher, you know, well, 84-0 barrels. That helped. But nobody had like a dominant performance in the game earlier. You know, it was just a team effort all around. I mean, obviously, Avaki in 1.5, a lot of hill time. Nameless points, they say, not the best game for anyone to really think on EG, but overall, Luminosity, if there's anything to take from this, don't play them on them.com.
Well, what about the problem, though? They went like 4-0 at New Orleans, right? Like, I don't know if they were just dominating his staff, but like, again, LG, like, just hardpoint in general, like, you gotta pick your poison.
But I think, you know, from what we've seen, Gibraltar just, the maps are typically closed.
closer. Right? You know, like no matter what, typically it comes down to a spawn here or a play here that really the difference maker for a team on your Gibraltar. Might as well take that risk.
Well, okay, it's definitely pretty brutal first map, but you have to give it up for EG because they come out looking much better when you do get into the map.
I thought you were about to say something about game 1. I was like, give them up for what?
Yeah, I give it to them. That's my takeaway here. That EG is a team that is very resilient. They can handle situations like that. We get into this game number 2, and all of a sudden EG is able to pick up some round wins.
Yeah, I mean, it was 5-2 at one point, and they take it to around 11. So I think that's great. I think Search and Destroy is probably, from what I've seen, their strongest game type. Very competitive on it. I think that's where Ake really steps up. You know, we saw earlier in that game 5 and that game 2 where he had like 26 kills over 2 maps. So yeah, I think for guys like Ake's Nameless, this is their better game mode. You know, something they can focus on. But again, it's only twice, and they do have to win a respawn against one of these top teams.
And then if you want to give credit to like individual players, I know GCAP had a pretty fantastic map overall. But then you got to give credit to John. John had like 2 separate rounds, including the ever important 1v1 round 11 win, where he just like completely ran through the opposition, right? So John played pretty well, but obviously a close game. You want to give Apathy a little bit of credit as well with that 1.12 KD. But I don't know. I feel like with EG, they keep seeing on 11s. It keeps coming down to like separate 1v1s. Like this is the second 1v1 I've seen today where H just doesn't come out on top. So they are just a small step away in Search and Destroy, and they'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, they're competitive, right? And, you know, their game earlier, they won their Search and Destroy. So that is a very good feeling when you feel comfortable on that map. But a big issue is going to be our point in CTF. I mean, yes, this game 3 that we're about to get into, it was close. It did come down to the very last bit, the last push. But if you want to beat these top teams, you have to be able to compete in the hardpoint to capture the fight. And so far from what we've seen, not the best results.
Let's break down that CTF as well. And Joe, I think the crazy thing with this one, David definitely highlighted while he was casting, it's just how many flag touches there actually were and how many returns there actually were.
Yeah, I mean, players just weren't executing on the first kill of the overextension, right? Like there was an example right off the start. Slash was watching that overextend through ruins. EG picks up the first kill. That allows EG to trade out, get the fly out, get the return. And you just kept seeing that. In every clutch sort of one-on-one down that overextension lane, the gunfight was won by the attacking team, which allowed them to just get that fly or get that fly return.
Yeah, and ultimately that's something ED can just kind of go back and look at like, okay, here's one small mistake we made. This could have, gotten us a flag, or like, this is a great play he had. This is how we do work rotation. Whatever it might be, this is at least a learning experience for EG. I mean, the takeaway at the end of the day, they're 1-1. They beat the team they should beat. They lost the team they should have lost to. But again, close games as you're looking at what they have 5 more matches to play over the next 2 weeks. So a lot of Call of Duty left. EG should, if anything, take this as a positive experience.
Octane going to be your leader once again for LG inside of this box score. But I gotta say for EG, this is by far their hardest day. Not only is it their day where they do have 2 matchups, so they can't just target the team that they're going up against, they're going up against LG as well.
Yeah, well, Rich, you know how much you love LG. So, yeah, I guess. I mean, it could have been worse. They got a win on the board, right? I mean, as sort of Chance said, like, they beat the team that we sort of projected they should have beat. Had some close games with Luminosity. I guess that is a positive outlook to have. Games 2 and 3 were solid.
I just don't think you can count EG out yet.
No.
I think that's the thing that is really so crazy about Division B. And you said this earlier today. When you compare Division A to Division B, Division A has some teams that are much further progressed than some of the lower tier teams inside of that group. Division B going to be much closer. But at the end of every day, we like to take our speculation on who the Astro MVP is going to be just based on the day's results. And you guys actually picked Octane as your MVP for today.
Yes, we did. I think Octane overall just had a good game. When, Luminosity's going 2-0, they have dominant performances in hardpoint. Yeah, I think that game was maybe a little bit closer than they wanted. He stepped up big time when they needed him on that St. Marie Dumont, picked up 2 sets of streaks, but overall, a great day from Octane. Honestly, just another day's work for this guy. Right? He consistently puts up these spectacular numbers.
Yeah, Chance, why did you pick Octane as MVP?
Well, I didn't pick anyone personally. You can make arguments pretty much anyone on LG. Like, they all had their moments. No one really had, I think, outside of maybe 1 or 2 maps, really off game. So just 2 series in the books for LG. They look great, both of them. Even the hiccups they had were not long-lasting in the slightest. Again, all 4 players just played out of their minds. I think John could have been a nice pick for MVP. J-Cap had quite a good performances, especially in Surge. So, again, just an incredibly well-rounded team in all 3 game modes. There are no weaknesses.
Yeah, so that, of course, was our speculation on who the Astro MVP will be when it's all said and done, just based off of today's results. But now, after we see today's results, let's see where the standings do lie. And it's going to be Luminosity at the top of their group for now. Right behind them, you have all the teams that managed to get their first win. But we see plenty of more matches this week, and this can be thrown into disarray so quickly.
Yeah, I mean, after the first week, these will probably change up a little bit. I think what's surprising is probably the most game number 1, Envy took down Face Clan. We knew Envy had it in. We were just waiting for that sort of spark to get lit, right? We're waiting for this roster to really put it together. I think Face, they just had a slow match, right? Like they just didn't seem into it. Replays looked really down on himself. So we'll see tomorrow. Obviously, I believe Face has another tough match tomorrow, so we'll see what happens.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. So LG and EG both, because they had their 2-match day today, they won't have it on the following 2 days, right? They'll only play one.
Yeah, so from here on out.
Okay, cool. So that's definitely a thing to think about, because they did get like both of matches done today. But who do you think will be able to shake up the standings the most? Like, what teams are you looking for to compete against LG right now if they stand on the top?
I mean, I think NB already showed up a little bit, right? I think we touched on that. Young lad, they had a pretty solid performance against Luminosity. You have to watch out for them. They can definitely step up. They have the ability to do so. Epsilon, they almost won today against EG. That would have shook some things up. So I honestly think from top to bottom, anything can happen with these groups. It's only day number 1 for this division. But yeah, I think for the most part, the teams we expected to win did win. But that's not going to happen every day.
Yeah, and then specifically just to kind of contend and compete with LG, you got to look at United. You have to imagine them taking down Splice. Granted, with a sub, they still have pretty good performance. They've been not consistent in terms of like their maps, but consistent in terms of placing, at least in the event. They look very good. I think top 6 is both open. So they obviously want to improve and want to get better, and that's if they can be just good in all 3 games. They have just that. And the credit to Splice as well. Like, even with Felony to pick up, I think they looked pretty fantastic. It was literally just one rocky map for them, but they had the opportunity to win the series on quite a few different occasions. So Splice is right there, again, with the subs. So as soon as they get Bird back, like them against LG, that's an exciting one to watch.
And these next matchups are going to be crucial for these teams as they want to start competing for the standing. We can see tomorrow we're going to be kicking things off with Splice versus Unilab. This is crucial for Splice. Luminosity is going to have a relatively easy match tomorrow.
I think the big day, obviously, is Face. Face had Splice in the United. And after today, where Face went 0-1, this is a very big day for them because, I mean, Splice could potentially beat them, right? They have the upset potential from what we saw today. And then at 10 p.m., FaZe versus E United. FaZe should be 0-3 after tomorrow.
Oh, man, this was only day 1 of Division B, and tomorrow is promising to be just as exciting. Make sure you tune in tomorrow to see all the action, because this division is just so stacked, and they seem to be on the same level. LG currently going to be standing on top, but by the end of the day tomorrow, we could have a new team in that position. Day number 1 of the CWL Pro League, absolutely phenomenal for Division B. We will see you tomorrow at the same time, same place.